Number 5, take a bold stand for what you stand for, even if it means you could be fired, jailed, or killed. This is a tough one, eh? Take a bold stand for what you stand for, even if it means you could be fired, jailed, or killed. If you see Daniel chapter 3, verse 16 to 18, these guys, the 3 Hebrew boys, they were accused for not worshiping the king, the gods of Nebuchadnezzar. And they said, we're going to put you in the furnace. If you bow, well and good. If you don't, we're going to put you in the furnace. He said, look, chief, with all due respect, we will not worship your God. The God we serve is able to do what? Deliver us. But even if he doesn't deliver us, we are ready to die, but not to worship your God. You need to take a bold stand for things you believe. And I'm not promising you that you will not be fired. You might be fired. I was fired. I know what it means. I remember a while back, I stood up and accused some of my leader for corrupted procurement. They bought something that was not what my project was supposed to have. So I was so vocal about it. when you have suffered and you see someone diverting something which was meant for someone who is suffering, you cannot keep quiet, can you? So I said, this one, let me put my head out. If they cut it for justice. So I was so vocal. In the staff meeting, in the leadership meeting, I said, this must stop. Because they bought something fake and delivered to my project site, and the district refused. This mama looked for opportunity to fire me. And indeed, I was fired. But I never changed my stand, even on that day when the CD gave me the letter. I said, you know very well that you are carrying this warning letter, but you don't have confidence on it. He said, yes. I said, you know that this warning letter, this termination letter is coming from the director of finance and procurement. He said, yes, but there's nothing I can do. I said, okay, good. 2 weeks to my wedding. I had a better honeymoon because I had no job to go back to. 2 weeks to my wedding. I enjoyed my honeymoon. I would sleep without putting alarm clock because I didn't have a job to go back to. You need to take a bold stand for what you stand for. Today, when I meet this guy, he respects me so badly. See, there's a guy I went to do interview at his place of work. They asked for money. I refused to give. So he refused to give me the job. Few months later, few years later, he found himself on a panel. I was the one deciding who gets the job. So I said, should I punish this guy? I said, no. I told my colleagues, I'm excusing myself from this interview. I know that guy. And those 2 ladies finished him. They came back. I said, how does it compare? I said, no. Whatever the case, we cannot hire him. Take a bold stand for what you stand for. Even if it means you'll be fired or jailed or killed, is fine. Isn't it? So these guys, you see these guys, when they came out of that fire, in Daniel chapter 3 verse 30, they were promoted. Promoted. Do you know that sometimes you take a stand and they persecute you when the truth comes? Look at Mordecai. They persecuted, they were about to kill his people. When things reversed, he was put in the same place of the guy who wanted to fire him. Stand for the what? For what you stand for. Stand. Take a bold stand. You need to take a bold stand.